Welcome back to At Home with Raf and Lynn. Oh, wow. You have a shiny forehead. But look, it's like glistening and look at that.
Really?
Like, see, like I put my forehead against like your head, but my forehead don't shine like that. Look, shining.
Why are you doing this? This is supposed to be a really, really serious episode today.
Is a serious episode?
Yes, it's a serious episode.
What you got today?
It's probably the most personal thing that I've ever shared
Hmm.
in public. I've
Okay.
shared it with people privately.
Hmm.
Actually shared it tonight. We were at dinner. Somebody asked about our podcast, show, whatever you want to call it. I don't even like to call it any of that
It's
stuff.
not a podcast.
It's not a podcast and it's not a show. It's just us, right?
Just
At home with Ralph and Linda, we were talking about it, and I gave them a prelude of what this was going to be about. And it was about a very, very dark time in my life
hmm
where I had hit rock bottom. I felt invisible. I felt unworthy. I just felt all these things that that moved me to one conclusion, and
hmm
that's that the world was better off without me. And I had made plans. I had it all mapped out. I knew what I was going to do. I know what I was going to use. I know where I was going to do it. I know at what time I was going to do it. It was all planned out.
hmm
And but this episode is called I Had a Gun and God Had a Plan. And I had basically made a silent decision
hmm
to end my life on that day.
Wow.
And it wasn't that I was just depressed. It wasn't just depression. It was more of a spiritual warfare. There was something else going on. You could almost hear in my mind the enemy whispering, "You're no good.
Hmm.
People are better off without you. Um, Look at all this wasted time. Look at all this, just so many different negative things that were flowing." And, on the outside, I mean, I had it all together. I presented well.
You did present well.
I presented well.
Mm-hmm.
All those things were in place.
Mm-hmm.
But deep down inside, I was broken and I was lost and I was in despair.
Yeah.
And I realize now that, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood.
Mm.
We don't.
Yeah.
Ephesians 6:12 tells us that. I put the gun in my car. I had the plan in motion. I picked you up. Actually, we were walking to the car
Mm.
and I put my key in the door
I
of the
remember
car
that.
and my entire key went into the lock.
Those were some professionals, let me tell you. Those were some professionals. I've never seen anything like it.
I laugh about it now, but when you think about it, it's like I got to the car, I put my key in the car, and the key went in and the door had been
Then
broken.
not even a scratch on the car. I mean, whoever did this, let me tell you, was a pro. They've done this before.
I mean, here I am putting my key in the car. I had resigned myself to the fact that that was the last day I was going to have on earth. Um, but I get to the car, I put the key in, the cold lock goes in, my car had been broken into, and the only thing they stole from the car was the gun.
Hmm. So many other things they could have taken.
So many other things that were in the car that they could have taken, but they took the gun, which was in the door.
And there was security on the
And
premises.
there was security on the premises. So don't know how it happened, but car was broken into, and the gun that I had planned to take my life with was gone. Hence the episode. I had a gun, God had a plan.
Hmm.
And I got to thinking, because we don't write this out, we don't script this. This is what you get. You get what you get. We just hit record it, right? And I called you
Mhm.
2 days ago and I was on the road, and this very moment came to my mind. I was thinking about all the things that I would have missed,
Yeah.
over the years. I would have missed so many things. My children would have been affected, my grandchildren, you. We've had, after that
Yeah.
year, we've had some of the most blessed years we've ever
Mm-hmm.
had.
Right.
I found a career that I loved. I met many, many people after the fact. And if you think
You went
about
back
it,
to school,
I
you
went back to
graduated.
school. I graduated. Yeah, I graduated with my master's degree. And I would have never done any of that if God didn't intercept
Yeah.
my plan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now I know there's somebody out there tonight, and you're struggling. You're feeling despair. You're feeling that. You're thinking about it. You're planning
Yeah.
it. And there's a lot of mechanisms in place to help you, right, Lynn?
Yeah.
There's
There's the 988.
yeah,
It's a 24-hour hotline where you can get a therapist for free.
yeah.
You can text at any time, you can call them,
Call or text.
and they will be right there to assist you. So you don't have to do this alone. And once again, it's 988.
Yeah,
That's just three numbers to remember.
yeah.
And
And
it doesn't matter the time.
you know, it's one of those mechanisms, but you also know that the enemy, what he tries to do is he tries to isolate you.
Yeah.
I felt so lonely at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so separated from everybody. And I was going to church. I was already saved. This is after I got saved, delivered from drug addiction, the whole 9 yards. And this is years later. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm here I am, depressed and downtrodden and just feeling like nothing, I wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
And isolated from everybody, wasn't talking about what the struggles were in my life. And I gave room for the enemy to come in and create this entire plan. But I thank God, because
Yeah.
but God, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
This episode wouldn't exist.
No. You wouldn't be helping somebody,
Yeah.
or who knows how many people you're helping with, just I know this has to be hard, just talking about, think about that, taking your life,
Yeah, man.
ending it all, and being in church. So it's not like you weren't in church,
Yeah.
right? But there was a disconnect of some sort, and but thank God that
Yeah. I mean, thank God that that happened. And I know that, um, once again, the episode is called I Had a Gun and God Had a Plan. And I thank God for that because, I was set that that was going to happen that day. And I always think about, and I brought this up in other episodes, that Jeremiah 29:11 tells us that, for I know the plans that I have for you, right?
yeah,
It starts with that. God has a plan. So you that are struggling, and struggling with your life right now, and you think that there's no way out, you think that there's the only out is taking your life. I want to tell you that it's not. God has a plan for you. Right now, we pray
yes,
that for that person right now that's having
yes,
suicidal thoughts, we
yes,
bind
right
them.
now, that's
We
right.
bind them in Jesus' name, because
Yeah,
God has a plan for you. You are loved.
yes,
You are worthy. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are the head and not the tail. You are an overcomer. And guess what? Whatever God did for me, right? He intercepted that
yeah.
plan.
Once again, he's not a respecter of persons. If he
He'll,
did it for one, he'll
yeah,
do it for you too.
he'll do it for you. So,
Yeah,
this episode is, once again, the title is I Had a Gun and God Had a Plan. I just continue to say that because I thought I had the plan, but God had a bigger plan. And I thank God that my plan didn't come to fruition, but his did.
yeah. And that's probably why you're so shiny. I think that's what it is. Look at that. Yeah.
I love
You're
it.
just like
I
a
love it.
light bulb.
I'm a light bulb. I'm a light bulb.
Yeah, because look, like I look at my forehead and I look at your head, right? And I put it together like that. Like my forehead doesn't like, see, it doesn't shine like that, like your head.
Listen,
It's the oil.
here's what I'll say. Look, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. You see, this is why we have the issues that we have. Sis, you know who you are that commented for me to leave her alone. Because she picks on me just as much, and then we end up like this. But
No, it's not that. I thank God that He saved you a couple of times now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, He saved you. You must have, yeah, there must be something going on with you. Like God must have some plans for
God
you.
has a plan. God has a plan.
Yeah,
Think about it. We were at my father's this weekend for Father's Day.
yeah,
And I was thinking about that this when I called you and I said, my dad and we would have never reconciled. We wouldn't be where we are right now
right,
if that happened. I would have broken his heart. Lord knows if he would have even been alive today.
right.
Because I know, the way he feels about me, and it would have
Yeah,
hurt him and a lot of people. Would have just hurt a lot of people and it would change a lot of people's lives. So yeah, we make it fun, but at the end of the day, it really is about God having a plan for you and all those things, that you're going through right now. Put them in God's hands. And if you don't know the Lord, you can accept the Lord right now, where you are right now. Pick up the phone, call somebody, and have them pray with you. Drop me an inbox, drop us an inbox, send us a message,
and we'll pray
and
for
we'll
you.
pray with
Yeah,
you.
we'll pray with you.
Um, that's why this thing exists, right? It's not
Hmm.
for virality. It's not to be famous. It's not for any of that. It's because we're grateful for what God has done
Hmm.
and grateful for the things that didn't happen. We're
Right.
grateful for the things that did happen, but we're more grateful for the things that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That, a lot of the times we get caught up and we don't even think about the things that God kept us from.
Yeah.
But whoever broke into my car and stole that gun saved my life.
Yeah.
And here we are. And God's got plans for us, and God's got bigger things that are going to happen, and the best is still to come. And the best is still to come for you.
Hmm. It's interesting because in this situation, right, someone stole something from you, broke into your car,
Yeah.
and it was for your good. Isn't that how God does it?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
turns something that's supposed to
It
be,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, it's like
It just doesn't make sense. But
he turns it around for your good.
yeah, yeah, but he's the author and the finisher of everything. So I don't I just feel very grateful that I'm here.
I'm so happy you're here
Yeah.
too. Oh, and just shining away. Look at you.
All right. I
No,
think we're gonna end the video here.
here we are.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube at Home with Ralph and Lynn. Share this with somebody that needs to hear it. And if you're that person that needs to hear it, just know that God has a plan for you.
Yes,
And the best is still to come.
sure is. Shine away.
I can't with you. I can't with you. It's 11:34
Okay.
on Friday night.
Good night, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon,
Whenever you see this.
whenever you see this. Bye. Bye, everybody. Really? Come on, let's
You
go.
want to make fun of my
No,
head?
come on.
Okay. I'm going to make fun of your high pitch.
But it is shiny though.
And you are high pitch.
So.
All right, guys. Bye. God bless you.